like
You
a
know,
lot
for
of things.
me, it was meeting people from different parts of life.
Yes.
Like that was for me, because in varsity there's no, you are in the same grade with the people your age. You were in there in a classroom with people who are 27 and you are 18 or 19. You are in there with people from different walks of life, rich, from disadvantaged areas, villages, people who come from the township, people who come from the bourgeoisies, people who, different provinces.
That's why you get to see that life is not just, you don't just go a straight line like
and
so.
Then you start talking, mingling with different people, and you even realize something about yourself, how you are. Like, you are also not linear. Like, you realize how you are able to relate with different people from different walks of life in a different way. There's a different Mathabo who would befriend a Lerato compared to how they would be friends with Thati. And how you just tend to, because some of the people that I was friends with, like, I think of it and I'm like, yes, the friendship did not carry on till now, but I won't say I didn't take anything away from it or it didn't grow me in some form of way.
But friendship was a deep one.
But it was funny how I was a different human being, and not different in a malicious way, but different because it just accommodated, and it wasn't even a thought of thing. It was just an effortless thing to be friends with someone during that time, because we just clashed. We just gelled, for whatever purpose, but still be friends with you and someone else.
I can't even remember how I made friends with the people I was friends with, honestly. In class, somewhere, somehow, maybe we did it was a performance. A group, we were grouped for praise and poetry or something. But yeah, and Mathabo, I want you to talk about perception when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Because she once mentioned to me that she would have never been friends with me.
Yes. I don't think I would have been friends with you if we never found ourselves in a space where it was more intimate and we were actually all talking. Because that's what made me resonate with her, because I was like, oh, okay, she's not what I think she is.
What did you think she was?
That's the question.
My first picture, like, even when I close my eyes and I think of you, I just saw you in a white legging and a top, holding your car keys with the thingy,
a
hairband, like you've always liked, and just having this weave and just being that girl, like
So you had a perception that I was pompous.
Yes, and you were driving a car. So I was like, oh, okay, rich girl. I had that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so she's the rich girl and I thought you were colored. I didn't even think you were black.
Yeah, and you weren't the...
Yeah, when I first met you, and then until we actually engaged, I was like, oh, no, okay. Up close, she's actually black. But you were just that girl. And she came with her boyfriend to school. And
oh, my God.
Like, so I was like, nah, not me.
Yeah.
I don't think me and her could be friends. I don't think we can get real with each other. I don't think she's that type of girl to get real. She was just, but I was like, yeah. So, funny thing, we were always put into the same groups, you and I. In first year.
Yeah.
Praise and poetry and monologues, we were always in the same groups.
Yeah.
And then it happened during my birthday in May that you guys ended up in my flat in Nomvuyo, and she said she invited you guys because it was a surprise.
Yes.
It's like, you invited Thati. And then it was like, I don't understand how I'm gonna talk to her. Like, I didn't even try, because sometimes you tend to measure yourself as a person and you say, some people are just not in my league. Like, I don't think like we could even
be friends.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about transitioning into now this young adulthood. You start discovering yourself as a human being and where you place yourself now in the world.
True.
And you start making decisions of who you would like to have around you.
Yeah.
Because those are the people who end up influencing you.
True.
And I can say that your influence as a friend, played a big part, because most of the first year, as she said, I was with my boyfriend. That's all I was thinking about at that age, to be honest. Like, I was driving 180 to school in the mornings from seeing my boyfriend. Then the moment
Class ends. You're already out.
I am gone. To where? To my boyfriend. That's what was happening in this brain of mine. And that's why I'm saying, it took me a while to actually realize, oh my gosh, I'm wasting my time here. The beginning is also just as important. How you start off and the values that you pick up along the way are just as important as your finish, your grand finale, whatever that looks like to you. There was a lecturer, who at some point said to me, "Doll, you don't have a production mark." I had even forgotten my reasons for coming to school at that point. The way the way it was all about this, like, everybody was living in my world. You haven't done anything at school. You've just done the bare minimum of attending class and doing what you have to do, but you don't have a production one. I said to her, "What's that?" That time, I am pretty sure everybody around me by then was focused on, that was one of the most exciting things to do.
I remember I was like, there's audition for rostrums and I'm gonna audition for everything.
It only hit me like later on. And she was like, "No, at least come be my assistant so you can get a production work." And I was like, "Girl, I ain't assisting nobody."